What's good? Anyone out there? I decided to come on here a little early because I forgot I had something with my son's basketball. And what's good? What's going on? Hello. Hey, Chris. What's good, my man? So I came on a little early because this cold, first of all, it's just been crazy. If you caught my last YouTube live, I had talked about this little cold. What's good, Cajun? My man came through from the bayou. And it rhymes. My man came through from the bayou. Listen, the title of this video is called Downsizing. And we all reach a point. What up from PA? What's good, Eric? What's good, my brother? Pennsylvania in the house. Oh, yeah, I ain't worried about that, man. You know, they always gonna hate, you know what I mean, Chris? I try to ignore them, man. They're just losers, you know what I mean? Listen, 315 rep here. What's good? 315 in the house. Man, I'm sorry. That one went off. The top one went off so quick. What's good? Educate the Republic. Thank you for stopping by. Listen, downsizing. We all reach a point in our lives where we got to let go of some extra baggage, right? I'm sorry about the lighting in here. I'm in the car. Not the best lighting. Hi, Davy. Good to see you again. Hello, Mama. Good to see you. And I'm sorry, I'm struggling to read this because these lights. So if I miss one. New Zealand here. What's good? I'm a fan of your work, good sir. Thank you, Nate. Former military and corrections officer. Much respect. And thank you for your service. Absolutely. That's the thing that people have the biggest misconception about me. Like I'm just some, you know, like I hate, you know, cops or military or... and it's not even like that, you know what I mean? On the contrary, anyone who has sacrificed their lives to defend our country, I have respect for, and I hope that they have the respect that the reason they have put their lives on the line is to protect our rights and our freedom. And I'll take every full advantage of my rights. My First Amendment right, which obviously stretches out to cover the right to record. Back to the downsizing thing, and I apologize if I miss anyone. Back to the downsizing thing, we all reach a point where we, you know, want to streamline and be more effective and let go of some baggage, right? Well, that's kind of where I'm at in my life. And anyone that follows me or used to follow me, I'll tell you why I say used now. The Police New York Facebook page, who is owned by Jason Bassler, who owns Free Thought Project and Police the Police. The thing with, and I'm not going to get into the whole thing here now, but the thing with some of these activists is we're contrary to what some folks may think, we're not all one big happy family, you know what I mean? Like law enforcement, to be honest, there's a lot of division in law enforcement. Got to get uniform accountability across the board. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I apologize. They just go off so quick. So I'm sorry if I miss, or if you guys want to hold off on the comments a little bit and hear me out real quick. It's just that they go off so quick. That's the frustrating part. Chris says, absolutely, Nate. So the thing is, we're not all one big happy family, right? There's a lot of divisiveness. There's a lot of egos. There's a lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of double standards. A lot of just fake people that claim to stand up for what's right and claim to stand up against injustices, but really they have their own agendas. And that's been my experience. That's what I've noticed within the activist community over the years. I'm old school. Many of you already know that I'm a second-generation activist. My dad was a pioneer in cop watching in the 1980s here in Rochester, New York, all the way through the early 1990s. Before YouTube, long before YouTube, long before Facebook, long before smartphones, long before the internet is what it is today. My dad was out there with an old school 10-pound VHS camcorder. And so I'm old school, you know. And when you've been doing this as long as I've been doing it, which is about 22 years, from 1995, shortly after my dad passed away. Many of you know my dad committed suicide after years of targeted and selective intimidation and harassment by members of the Rochester, New York Police Department. Sorry, guys. And so that's pretty much when I took over, you know what I mean, after he passed. He passed away in 1993. So I've been doing this long enough to know, you know, who's real pretty much and who's not. And there's a lot of just fake, a lot of egos, like I said, a lot of hypocrisy. And I'm not gonna call no one out right now or whatever, because that's not even really what I'm trying to do. But I'm at a point in my life where I've realized that there's folks that I look up to and I admire within the cop watching and the activist, police accountability activist community, and there's some that, you know, I don't care for, and I'll leave it at that. And that's as nice as I can say it. Which is a good segue into why I won't be posting, I won't be contributing anymore. My links, my videos, my articles for my blog, the Davy V blog, which many of you are familiar with, to Police the Police New York Facebook page. So anyone that, you know, has followed my work through that page, maybe has come to subscribe to this channel, to Davy VTV, and found it through the Police New York, I wanted to give you the respect and the heads up of why I'm not gonna be a contributor there anymore. And it's my choice to break ties with that platform. And if anyone goes on the Police New York page, you know, after this video on Facebook, again, Police New York, I left a nice, you know, lengthy post there as to my reasoning behind me not wanting to be affiliated in any way associated with the folks at Police New York page anymore. Excuse me. And there's just a lot of hypocrisy. I'm not gonna get into it now, because if you go on Police New York page, you can read it for yourself. But there's a lot of agendas, and a lot of the people are using this to make money. A lot of people, their heart is not really in it. You know, my dad, in many ways, you know, gave his life for this shit. You know what I mean? He fell into a depression so bad that he saw no way out, and he took his life on July 9, 1993, while I was downstairs and my mom was cooking in the kitchen. And basically, he shot himself and committed suicide. And, you know, I don't talk about it a lot, and I hope to open up to you guys about it. And I'm sorry I'm missing some of these comments. I'm kind of just getting in the zone, but I don't mean any disrespect by that. But my dad went through a lot at the hands of police here, specifically the Rochester, New York Police Department. You know, for years, everyone focuses on beatings, on racial profiling, which is very disturbing and very real. But one of the biggest weapons, so to speak, for lack of a better way of putting it, strategic weapons that law enforcement uses, is psychological. And to me, that is worse than any physical beating a human being can endure. Not that anyone wants to get a beat down by the cops, okay, God forbid. But the psychological harassment and intimidation tactics that law enforcement employ on a daily basis throughout this country, in my opinion, is worse than any physical beating. And that's basically what they did to my dad. When they get into your head, and when they can break you down psychologically and make someone do what my dad did, that to me is worse than just about anything, except obviously a cop killing someone. But it's worse than any kind of physical abuse that they might take out on someone. It's the psychological warfare. That's what it is. It's psychological. And my dad went through a lot, and that's why he's not here. And, you know, I don't want to, like, I don't want to like bring that up to like tout it, like, oh, like a badge. No pun intended, a badge. But I say it because there's a lot of people, so-called activists, so-called cop watchers, who are really not about it. They're not about this life. They're really not built for this shit. And they really have other agendas. I've been told, well, you have an agenda. You're bitter and you're angry about your dad. And I guess that's true. But I've been through something that I don't wish on nobody. That's why I always say, if you have your loved one in your life still, if you have your parents, your grandparents, who I never met because they passed away in Cuba, and I'm the only one in my family to be born here in Rochester, New York, other than the kids that came afterwards. But of my immediate family, I'm the only one to be born in the United States. And that's why I always tell people, if you have your loved one, don't get so fucking caught up in the day-to-day bullshit and the superficial shit and the keeping up with the Joneses and the rat race, the 9-to-5 rat race. And, we get so caught up with our lives that we forget what's really important in life. Family, right? Think about it. And that's why I always tell people, never hesitate, as busy as you are, as much as you may not be getting along with a parent, a sibling, an aunt, an uncle, any division you may have, or your special other, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Don't ever get so caught up in the petty shit in life, the superficial bullshit. Don't ever get so caught up where you can't pick up a phone and reach out. Family first, forever and always. Absolutely. I'm going to try to read a few of these. I apologize. Like I said, those that know me, I'm Cuban and Italian. You see this? I love to talk. I talk with my hands. So we get in that zone and it's like, forget about it. You know what I mean? So, I know I get to rambling here when I get on the live thing, but I love this because it's keep doing what you do. Absolutely. And, I love this because it's a way to connect. Ever since I started doing the live videos, I actually missed the other little videos that I sit down and edit real quick. Nothing fancy, but, a little edit. And I got to start doing more of those. Another thing real quick that I want to hit on. I know I'm jumping around all over the place here, but another thing that I want to hit on is this. Let me turn this car off real quick. Hold on. Another thing that I want to hit on is the last live stream that we did, okay, that I did was last Wednesday, a week ago today, okay? A week ago today. We had 3,712 subscribers. In a week, exactly a week, we have had 128. I believe we're up to 3,740. And I know that's not a lot, you know what I mean? And some of you may be chuckling or, I don't want to get caught up in the numbers, so to speak, but I do want the channel to grow. I do want to focus, which is why I'm downsizing, again, the title of this video. And I'm going to streamline my platforms. I'm probably going to be getting rid of a few other platforms that I run on Facebook. And I'm just going to focus. I'm a very visual person, and I understand that a lot of folks are more visual. I'm not going to get rid of my blog. That's my baby. I started that blog. Anyone that doesn't know about it, go to the Davy V blog. And there's well over 2,000 posts on there. I started it as a simple, the first blog in there several years ago was about, the first post was about what to do when stopped by police. Just a little breakdown of, what to do, from documenting the car number, the badge, the place and time you were pulled over, right? Some basics. And the blog is almost up to like 3 million views, so it gets really good traffic, and I'm proud of it. You know what I mean? I'm proud of that. It took off, and that's what I would like to do with this channel. Again, I'm very old school. I'm not the latest on the whole tech thing. I lack on that. I lack skills on the tech part of it. I'm more the raw kind of, just let me at them, so to speak, but I really, really, really just want to grow this channel. And I'm very thankful to each and every one of you. Like I always say, each and every one of you right now that are sitting there, you're taking, whether you're at work, whether you're like me out and about in the car, wherever you happen to be right now, it doesn't matter. You're taking your time to watch this, to listen to me ramble here, right? And I'm so appreciative of that. And it's hard to put it into words how much that means, that in a week, the channel has gained 128 new subscribers. And that is just a really, really, really good feeling. And I thank each and every one of you. One other thing, and I keep repeating, and I'm sorry the folks that have heard this already, but I want the new subscribers to know this, is there's well over 700 videos on this channel. The thing is, they get kind of buried, right? Because videos, I've had this channel several years. I just wasn't adding like regular content. One of the videos that's performing very good now, and it actually happens to be about 1.5 years old, is the one where a Rochester, New York police officer, a female officer named Erin Rogers, tries to violate my First Amendment right to record. It was at the annual Lilac Fest. That's another festival. It was at the annual Park Avenue Festival here in Rochester, and she approached me to tell me that a festival goer had an issue with me, a citizen in a free country, the US of A, standing on a corner, exercising my constitutionally protected First Amendment right to record. And she had an issue with that. I guess she felt threatened by, an American sitting there exercising his First Amendment right to record. So that video is a video that I kind of brought up again. I'm bringing up older videos, almost like we can call them reruns, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it. Just like you can watch your favorite shows on Netflix, or Breaking Bad, which is one of my favorite shows, series. And I want to do that so that these videos don't get, like I said, buried in the archive, so to speak, right? If there's more than 700 videos, I think there's about 750 plus videos on this channel. I want to bring the ones that my favorite ones, the ones that I considered the hits, for lack of a better way of putting it. I want to bring those up. Davy, can you share one of your dad videos? I will. I definitely will. I mean, a lot of that stuff. He had a show, actually. He had a show called La Voz del Pueblo. We're talking about my dad. And La Voz del Pueblo is for all the Latinos, my Latino friends on here, fans. La Voz del Pueblo is the voice of the people, also the voice of the town. And a lot of that stuff is in the archives. But absolutely, I want to share more and more with you guys about my dad. And he was very special to me. I miss him a lot. And like I always say, I've needed him more as an adult than I did even as a child. Because he's missed out on so much. He's missed out on, grandkids and a lot of stuff. So again, more than 700 videos for all the new subscribers. I'm so thankful to each and every one of you. I know I'm getting repetitive here. I apologize. I got to wrap this up. I'm actually in this parking lot, and I got to get in here real quick. But I love each and every one of you. Man, I can't even see. I'm sorry. It's hard to see because I got these lights. If you want to repost it, or you guys can reach out to me too on my platforms. Davy V on Facebook. Real quick for the new subscribers, the comments are disabled because all you gotta do is go on my Twitter, Davy Vara, on my Twitter page, and I post. I don't make a big deal about it, but I document each and every threat that I receive through email, through Twitter, because Rochester, New York area law enforcement, including the Rochester, New York Police Department, the Brighton, New York Police Department, the Monroe County, New York Sheriff's Office, the New York State Police, and the Monroe County, New York District Attorney's Office has refused to do anything about the threats to my children, the constant stalking, the constant harassment. And so the only thing that I can do, God forbid, is if something happens to me or my family, the only thing that I want is I kind of want to establish a trail, and that's why I'm documenting these threats by these very disturbed individuals who have a very sick and twisted obsession and fixation with me. So again, What's good, James? What's good? Man, it's hard to see this with all these lights. I apologize. Listen, we're going to do a better video from my little home spot. Davy V, what's good, bro? What's good? Eastwood. Eastwood? Yeah, I think I'm reading it right. Where you from? Give me some shout-outs so I know who in the house. Everyone just tell me where you're from. You don't got to say, if you're not comfortable saying the city or whatever, you know, at least throw out a state there, just so I get an idea. I know we got PA in the house. Oh, I'm Danny's friend. What's good, James? Okay. One of my son's friend came through. Raleigh, North Carolina. That's my man, of course. That's my campaign manager right there. Rochester, New York, 585. What's good, Dwayne? Thank you for coming through, my brother. Tampa, bro. I was raised in Rochester. Cool. I was born here and spent first 10 years of my life in Miami. Another rock city, Tampa. Montreal, Eastwood. Am I reading that right? Eastwood? I'm sorry, Evan. I believe, yep. Montreal, cool. I appreciate you so much, each and every one of you, man, taking your time out. And, you know, you must really like something about me or maybe believe in me and what I've been through with my dad and everything, because I do talk a lot, you know what I mean? Like I said, being Cuban and Italian, that's just like a common trait. I know I'm falling for the stereotype, but anytime, Davey. What's good, Chris? Absolutely, man. But I really appreciate it, you know what I mean? I appreciate you guys, like I said, taking your time. And like I always tell people, stick around for the ride. It's gonna be interesting. You know what I mean? I love each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna come up with some more classic videos, especially for the new viewers, new subscribers, and we're gonna do some fun stuff. I'm not too much of an outdoors person in the cold, you know what I mean? But we're going to get it popping. You're an inspiration. Thank you, Roberto. Where you from, my brother? I don't know if you told me already. Where you from? I apologize if you already posted it. Okay, Tampa, yep. Thank you, Roberto. Lafayette, Louisiana in the house, no doubt. Oh, my man Cajun, of course. Also Rochester, no doubt, Roberto. I appreciate it, my brother. And thank you for the kind words. It feels good to hear kind words for a change. And again, if anyone wants to see why I say that, all you got to go is go on my Twitter page, Davy Vara, D-A-V-Y-V-A-R-A, and look at the stuff that I post. I usually just say received at, and then I put the time. So everything that I get through email, through messages, usually it's on Twitter where they harass me on, and but it's okay, you know what I mean? They're not gonna stop me, you know what I mean? It's just, if anything, it just gives me more motivation. I legally travel, not drive for business. No doubt, Roberto. No doubt. Thank you, my brother. And I'm sorry, it's just hard to see with these lights. Next time I'll be in the my little office in my home, you know what I mean? And that's where I'm kind of more comfortable. But I'm sitting in this car out in the cold in a parking lot with some makeshift studio lights right here, dome lights. So y'all have a blessed night. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your interest in me and in my channel. And I really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon, all right? Have a good night.